whole life growing up, I've always had bad haircuts. They weren't the greatest, they weren't that good. And then I remember one time my sister told me that she wanted to go get her hair braided. And there was a place downtown, it was kind of similar to Mama C's, where they had the women's section and the little barber section. So I asked the guy, I'm like, do you know how to cut my hair? The guy's like, sure. So when he cut my hair, and the way it changed my life, it made me have more confidence. I felt good. I had a little more hip to the step, you know what I mean? So I was like, wow, this is what I want to be. I want to give that back to people. I want them to feel good and look good and stuff like that.
I would say I'm different because I love what I do. You can tell when someone really loves their job when they're doing their job. I put my heart, I love my work, and you can tell from even when I'm doing it, if I love it or not.
So we don't really pay attention to it, but our hair is our confidence, it's our social status, it's our way of expressing ourselves, it's our crown. And we're going to explore how your crown and the culture of Donald are tied together.
My name is Lual, and I am a hairstylist. And when we came to Canada, I was 16, so I wasn't working at a salon, but I started doing hair at school. Obviously, went to school, didn't speak English, but spoke other African languages. I started doing hair at lunchtime. I'll do guys' hair, which is like 2 braids, 3 braids here, so something quick. I started practicing how to be fast. From the time when I came, there wasn't a lot of black kids living in this neighborhood. So now you see all the new businesses opening, you see new families that are coming from outside. It became a multicultural, like it's becoming more like now family oriented. That's what every family or every person wants. Before it wasn't comfortable. You cannot walk on the street and you feel comfortable late at night and stuff like that. Now I can walk. Do we still need a little bit of work to be done? Yes. But slowly we're going, you know what I mean? It's baby steps, but so far we're almost there.
This area represents a learning environment. I've lost a brother here. I've faced my fears here. I've ran from my fears here. I've been happy here. I've been sad here. All for it to show me that it's my learning environment. It's here to teach me.
The Donald area, it's kind of, we call it the ghetto or the hood. And so back when I first started, there wasn't really too many barbershops that knew how to cut African American or African Canadian or black people's hair. When we started cutting hair, we were doing a great job, so it just became popular and it just became the spot to come to. Over years, I started doing the designs, and that triggered a lot of people too, because that was hip, it was cool, it was different, and we put a good name on it that now it's like stamped, so everybody knows this area, Mama C is the place to come to. Me growing up in the project, I didn't really think of a future. I was always thinking the hood is all it's all about, play basketball, hang out with my homeboys. So I had a good friend of mine by the name of Pardis Farhang, who has amazing family, good parents, and every time I used to go to his house, his mom, she likes to talk, so she always used to talk to me, and she would throw the question at me like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Me, I'm like, I don't even see myself in 10 days, you know what I'm saying? A couple of the interests in my life was electronics, clothing design, like fashion, and I told her hair. She's like, oh, cool, that's great. And then 2 days later, she called me up and says, get ready, we're gonna go look at some hairstyling schools. Me, I was like, what? I didn't sign up for this. So I didn't want to let her down because she did that for me. So I said, okay, I'll just go with the flow and see what it's all about. So we went to a couple of hairstyling schools, and I looked around and I was like, yeah, I can see myself doing this. When you're at the hairstyling school, you start off with, book studies and stuff like that. But in the middle of the hair school, it's like a salon. So you get to work on real clients and stuff like that. So when I was doing the men's hair, Mama C, the owner of the shop, when she was at school with me, she's like, wow, you're good. Do you work anywhere? I said, no. And then she told me she was opening up a shop here in Saint Laurent. She's like, would you come work for me? I said, absolutely. So I came, I met her husband. It's just that starting and beginning and getting that good job. And I don't even consider them my boss anymore. I consider them my aunt and uncle. That's how close we are. And I love it. And I'm so thankful for them to have me here still.
This area, what it means to me is a lot of love here, a lot of togetherness, because it's multicultural here, a lot of families that comes from different countries.
We are always going to a barber shop or a salon for our most proudest moments. Prom, you're getting your hair done. Or your first date, you're getting your hair done. wedding, you're getting your hair done. So if our hair is going to be changed and it's going to be trimmed or cut or prepared for these special occasions, we need to show you today how hair is so important, not only in our lives, but in our cultures, our customs, and our first precious moments.
We live in a world where, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but in reality, we all do. So if somebody walks into a place looking shaggy, he or she might be the nicest person. But you're gonna look at that person like they're low, which we shouldn't, and we all do that mistake. Somebody walks in looking proper, right away you're gonna think that person's more qualified for the job than the person that doesn't look presentable, right? Back then, a lot of people used to come here just to hang out, just to hear stories, or, because we're kind of like therapists as well. You know how many times people sit in your chair that tell you their problems? I have some secrets from people, man, but we obviously keep it to ourselves. But also we have to thank the clientele because it's also therapy for us, because there's certain clients where I've opened up about some personal problems I've had, and they listen. So it's a give and take. And I think they looked up to me too, because I got out of the hood, and they've noticed that I've been doing a good thing in my career. So they're like, hey, one day I can be like this guy, or even better. And I hope they do.
I've been doing my hair for a very, very long time. It's not just a hairstylist. Apet became like a doctor for us. Whenever you come with a problem, she can just say, okay, we leave the hair, just let's talk. And sometimes she even visit to go home and visit not just the family, but she visit friends to go and help. If somebody's saying that she's sick, Apet will leave her shop, close it down, and rush to that somebody to take that somebody to hospital. She don't care about money. She just do hair because she want to make people happy. That's what I see in Apet. It's all about she want to see the smile. Like now she's doing my hair and I'm happy.
Don't be afraid. Go after what you love. Go after, like what makes you happy. There's people out there that will dim your light. Some will dim your light and some will give you that, like push and say, yes, you can do it. Keep on doing it, you can do it.
My hair represented a lot of respect. For example, I always kept it simple, always cut it short. So you have the older people coming up to you and say, you look clean like that. You don't look like these people like that. With me cutting it always low and keeping it simple, it helped influence other people in this neighborhood. And it would be easier for people to come talk to me because of that.
It represents royalty because it's not a broader social norm. It's seen as oppressing or not empowering, when in actuality we get to go outside and wear a crown every single day. It's a luxury to have a crown on your head.